For the first 10 to 20 seconds after a cold start, your engine runs with almost no oil pressure at the bearings. If your commute ends before that oil hits 80 degrees, fuel is diluting it into sludge month after month. 7. Everyday habits are quietly destroying Japanese cars built to outlast everything else on the road, and the most damaging one probably started in your driveway this morning. A Toyota Corolla sits in the driveway, engine cold, waiting for a short morning drive. The owner starts the car, idles briefly, and pulls away, following a routine repeated in cities everywhere. Inside the engine, oil clings to the sump, thick and slow. For the first 10 to 20 seconds, pressure at the bearings barely registers. The oil, still below 80 degrees Celsius, cannot flow quickly enough to protect moving parts. On a 5 or 10-minute trip, it may never reach that crucial threshold. Short commutes seem gentle, but each cold start leaves oil thick and fuel-rich, exposing metal surfaces. Unburnt fuel slips past pistons, mixing with oil. Water vapor from combustion collects in the crankcase. Over time, this cocktail turns clean oil into sludge. Under a microscope, that sludge reveals metal shavings, acid, and carbon, signs of wear already underway. Mechanics encounter these problems often. A Corolla arrives with a check engine light. The oil smells of gasoline. Lab tests show fuel dilution at 10 to 12%, far above safe limits. The owner learns the oil's protective film is gone, and microscopic scoring has begun on bearings and cam lobes. Even with modern 0W16 or 0W20 oils, physics wins. Cold oil cannot thin out to reach tight spaces or burn off contaminants. The damage does not end there. Catalytic converters face more unburnt fuel, leading to carbon buildup. Piston rings lose their seal, causing compression loss and higher oil use. Tokyo taxi fleets running mostly short trips report oil changes needed twice as often, with annual costs rising by 150,000 yen per car. A 2019 survey found a 22% higher rate of piston ring wear in cars logging over 2,000 short trips monthly. There is a fix. For trips under 10 minutes, let the engine idle at least 1 minute after starting, or combine errands. This habit lets oil warm up, burns off moisture, and interrupts the silent chain of wear that begins with every cold start. Stop-and-go city driving seems harmless, but it quietly wears down the most critical parts of a car. In Japanese compacts with CVT transmissions, lugging, keeping the engine at low revolutions per minute, often between 1,800 and 2,200, puts extra stress on the transmission's belt or chain. The engine hums quietly, but inside the gearbox, heat builds with every block. Mechanics see the same story when a driver arrives with a whining CVT or a warning light. Diagnostics reveal the transmission fluid has climbed 10 to 15 degrees Celsius above normal, just from inching through traffic on a warm day. It does not take a mountain road to overheat a CVT. Data from city cycles shows fluid temperatures can quickly reach 115 degrees Celsius, a level that threatens both rubber and steel belts. As the fluid thins, the belt slips microscopically, and bearings lose their protective oil film. Each extra degree means more wear, raising the risk of expensive repairs. The stress is not limited to the transmission. Main engine bearings rely on oil that must stay thick enough to cushion metal surfaces. When lugging combines with high outside temperatures, bearing surfaces can exceed 100 degrees Celsius, increasing the risk of scoring and long-term damage. Running the air conditioning or climbing even a mild hill can make things worse because lubrication breaks down faster under those loads. There is a straightforward remedy. In gridlock, letting the engine rev up to 2,500 revolutions per minute for a brief moment helps circulate oil and keeps transmission fluid from overheating. With a CVT, avoid holding the throttle steady at low speed for long periods. Gentle acceleration and occasional coasting allow temperatures to drop and parts to recover. These habits protect the components designed to last the life of the car. Ignoring warning signs, slipping, delayed engagement, or a faint burning smell often leads to a transmission rebuild costing over $2,000. Regular CVT fluid changes help, but smart driving habits are the real defense. Even the most reliable drivetrain has limits, and respecting those limits is the key to longevity. Each morning, a Corolla owner reverses from a tight driveway, wheels turn sharply, then straightens and accelerates. The habit seems harmless, but every launch at full lock channels torque through the front axles into the constant velocity joints. Inside, steel balls ride in narrow grooves meant to glide smoothly. When power hits with the wheels cranked, those balls hammer the outer race and focus force on a tiny spot. Over time, this creates pitting, microscopic craters that grow with each shock. Mechanics often find the grease inside darkened and gritty, streaked with metal flakes. Once a CV joint clicks or grinds in a turn, the damage is irreversible. Replacing one costs $350 to $600, not counting the risk of a torn boot, letting in water and grit, which speeds up failure. The main culprit is always the same: launches or curb hops at full steering lock that overload the joint past its 260 Newton-meters continuous rating. A single hard curb strike can spike torque by 20%, enough to scar the bearing surface for good. The fix is straightforward. Straighten the wheels before accelerating, ease over curbs, and avoid sudden throttle when turned. These habits can stretch a joint's life to 200,000 kilometers, keeping the drivetrain quiet. In crowded apartment lots, parking on a hill is routine. A Camry owner shifts into park and walks away, trusting the transmission to hold. Few realize the job falls to a steel pawl inside the gearbox, a finger no bigger than a pencil eraser that locks into a single notch. Without the parking brake set first, the car's full weight presses on this one tooth. Over time, the pawl wears, the notch rounds off, and cracks can form in the aluminum case. Service bulletins from Nissan and Toyota warn the pawl's limit is just 50 Newton meters, far less than a sedan's weight on a slope. Failures are costly. Shattered pawls and cracked cases run $1,200 to $2,000. The solution is simple. Always set the parking brake or the electronic parking brake before shifting into park, shifting the load to the brakes and sparing the transmission. A Mazda 3 edges through city traffic, the driver's foot balanced on the clutch as the car inches forward. Each moment the pedal hovers at the bite point, friction builds between disc and flywheel. Temperatures soar past 250 degrees Celsius, enough to glaze the clutch surface. Once glaze forms, the disc loses grip and slips more with every drive, and the scent of burnt lining lingers. Mechanics recognize the glossy sheen of a failed clutch. Repair costs often exceed $700. The habit is subtle, holding the clutch half engaged during slow maneuvers or creeping in first instead of shifting to neutral. As glaze forms, torque drops, and a steep hill can leave the car stranded. Elsewhere, a Nissan Note with a continuously variable transmission, CVT, sits in stop and go traffic. The driver's gentle throttle masks what is happening inside the gearbox. CVT fluid, designed to stay below 100 degrees Celsius, creeps up to 120 or even 130 as the car crawls. Within 10 minutes, protective additives break down. At 120 degrees, oxidation starts. The fluid darkens, friction rises, and the belt or chain begins to slip microscopically. At 140 degrees, varnish forms on the pulleys, starting where that no fluid change can undo. Mechanics drain the fluid and find it dark and burnt, often before any warning light appears. Owners are caught off guard. The transmission felt fine until it did not. The solution is simple. Avoid creeping for long periods. If stuck, shift to neutral or give the engine a brief rev to circulate fluid and cool things down. The costliest mistake comes with turbocharged engines. A Subaru WRX surges onto the highway, then shuts down at home while the turbo glows red hot. Oil inside the bearings hits 190 to 210 degrees Celsius. When the engine stops, oil flow halts, but heat lingers, cooking the oil into coke, a carbon varnish that wears away bearings. Over time, blue smoke, whistling, or total turbo failure follows. Replacements can top $2,000. Idling for a minute after hard driving lets oil cool the turbo below 150 degrees Celsius, sparing years of wear. These failures are not rare. They are the result of everyday habits. A little patience and the right habits keep these cars running strong. Right now, simple habits are quietly shortening the life of even the toughest Japanese cars. Every shortcut, like cold starts, quick trips, and lazy parking, adds up at the repair shop. Longevity isn't luck, it's choice. The smartest owners don't just drive, they pay attention. Your car's future is built today.